Leaders in Washington came together to address a spike in harassment and discrimination at Jewish and Christian places of worship. President Trump's Religious Liberty Commission held its fifth hearing this morning, where testimonies were shared by those whose religious liberties have been violated. Joining me now to discuss this and much more is Washington Stand reporter Casey Harper, who has been following a number of today's top stories. Casey, what was the focus of today's hearing?
Sure, Tony. Well, covering the hearing today, I saw a clear theme emerge, which was anti-Semitism, along with challenges to religious liberty in the private sector and even places of private worship, which we previously thought may have been off limits. But Pastor J.C. Cooper of the Mission Church, he showed that that wasn't the case. He shared accounts of agitators infiltrating sanctuaries, like what we saw in Minneapolis, shouting slurs, even blocking church members in during worship services. I fear we may see more of that in the future, God forbid. Now, the director of the Christian and Jewish Alliance spoke and detailed the surge in anti-Semitic attacks and comments and incidents that we have seen since the fateful October 7th, 2023 attacks. Also, she went on to detail her experiences with protesters harassing interfaith prayer gatherings. But there was plenty of speakers at this important hearing. In fact, here's HUD Secretary Scott Turner today.
We've all watched the anti-Semitic rioters turn American campuses into battlefields, viciously attacking Jewish students, vandalizing historic monuments and buildings, invading classes, ruining graduation ceremonies, and harassing innocent students who just want to go about their day. No longer will we turn a blind eye to these activities.
So those two important dates to know. The next hearing is March 16th, and they're going to prepare a report by Independence Day for the president. But, the big takeaway today is, Tony, that everyone agrees that there's a problem and a growing problem. The question is, what do we do about it?
Well, it's more than something that government can handle. It's a cultural shift, and all the more reason we need to be sharing the gospel. All right, Casey, today Jeffrey Epstein's associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, refused to answer questions at a deposition before the U.S. House Oversight Committee. Now, this comes after months of increased public pressure on the Trump administration to release the Epstein files. There was a kind of a buildup for this. What unfolded in the hearing? Sure.
Ghislaine Maxwell is the right-hand woman to Jeffrey Epstein. And a lot of people who were hoping for answers today were disappointed as she invoked her Fifth Amendment rights. Now, lawmakers said that Maxwell, who's actually currently in prison for a 20-year sentence, she was sentenced in 2021 for Epstein-related crimes. She was really frustrating, I'll say that, to some of the lawmakers present. Here's House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer at the hearing today.
As expected, Ghislaine Maxwell took the fifth and refused to answer any questions. This obviously is very disappointing. We had many questions to ask about the crimes she and Epstein committed, as well as questions about potential co-conspirators. We sincerely want to get to the truth of the American people and justice for the survivors. That's what this investigation is about.
Now, while we didn't get any more answers today, Ghislaine's lawyer actually said a couple of really interesting things. She said actually that Ghislaine is willing to testify if she's granted clemency in advance. And the lawyer also went on to say that President Trump and President Clinton are innocent of any more wrongdoing. So there's more depositions coming up, including with Secretary of State, formerly Hillary Clinton, and former President Bill Clinton. So no answers yet, Tony, but more possibly on the way.
All right. Thank you so much, Casey. I'm sure we haven't heard the last of that.
That's right.